how are you? It is July 1st, time for our June 2025 market stats. We are halfway through the year, boys and girls. It is wild to think that we have just crested the halfway point for the year 2025. I want to give you a recap on our real estate market, our hyper local market, how it looks, and some thoughts about things to be mindful of as we navigate the second half of the year. I think there's going to be some great opportunities, and I'll tell you more about that and an option to get some exclusive access to some things at the end of the video. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. The main theme of these stats is that the market, as far as activity goes, is picking up. But what we have seen is a pullback on inventory, and I'll give you the solid numbers. But it's important to note that feet on the ground, boots on the ground perspective has continued to be that we have a lot of inventory and not enough buying activity. However, the last few weeks we felt an uptick in the amount of buyers that are making offers on properties. So that's kind of the common theme that you're hearing out there in the marketplace. And when I look at the data, the actual numbers, it does validate that to the extent that the buying activity has picked up. But actually, inventory pullback, inventory decrease has outpaced the buyer increase. So inventory is down. Active homes on the market are down July or June 30th, 99 homes as compared to the end of May. Whereas buying activity is up 76 contracts as compared to the end of May. So you can see that the 99 in decrease of homes versus the 76 in increase of activity, the inventory slowdown or pullback has won that competition, if you will. So it's the reason I think that's significant is if boots on the ground, we're saying inventory is still high, buying activity is picked up, but it's still not meeting the need of the amount of homes we have for sale. When you actually look at the data, you can see that inventory is actually on the decline. So something to just remember, looking at the black and white data can be really helpful in determining what's actually happening out there in the marketplace, not just the perspective. So that's the main theme. I will tell you that most expired listings are down. Days on market are still tracking gradually higher, so we're still seeing a lot of that impact. List to sales ratios are largely down. So you are seeing still a lot of sellers making price improvements, reducing their asking price in order to be the winning sellers that get their house under contract. Pricing is a really important strategy and very significant in this market. So don't take that for granted, and you never want to be chasing a market like this that is slowing down, whether it be because prices are coming down or activity is slower or both is happening. So make sure you're positioned well for this market. Now, the positive note on all of this is that I still see a lot of opportunity out there. And you know I'm an opportunistic person, so I always want to tell you about the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'll share with you that my team has had a handful of recent investor deals that have come about. And we pride ourselves in being able to bring those deals to our top VIP customers first before we bring them to the whole world. And so we've decided to create a private Facebook group that if you want to be the first to know about things like that we have coming to market, then join this group and we will gladly tell you about it. So as an example, we've got a great investment opportunity in Citrus Springs, a few of them in Citrus Springs and Ocala, some on acreage, some new construction homes that are great rental options, and then also some rental or fix and flip properties that can be secured very quickly at a very reasonable price. And so that's something. And then the other item is we just had one that came to market that you can see in our newsletter that is 2.5 acres in Denellen, and it's a double wide 2001 mobile home, and the ask price is $99,000. So that's a steal for the land and a livable mobile home. It needs some updating, but certainly there's lots of equity there. So those are a couple of deals that we have that we want to, if you raise your hand and say, yes, please include me in your VIP access, we'll get you in that Facebook group, and we'll make sure you stay informed when we have things like that. The other thing to be aware of is the opportunity still to get a good interest rate. So coming onto the market tomorrow, and you'll have a coming soon kind of teaser in the newsletter, is a Pine Ridge pool home on a little over an acre, and with very nice updates, beautiful home, very private. That's what's so significant about this home. But also for a veteran with VA eligibility, you can assume the seller's mortgage at 3.62%. So that's a very attractive rate in this 7%, high sixes environment that we're in. So things like that we can give you a heads up on before the rest of the world starts, trying to sink their claws into it. And just be aware, stay in our world with us, and we'll keep you informed on what's going on. But definitely join that Facebook group. We'll post a link here with this video, and if there's anything at all we can be doing for you, we're always here to serve. I'm Ruth Squires with eXp Realty, and we are RES Luxury Group, bringing you white glove service and red carpet treatment, because your satisfaction is our guarantee. You can reach us at 352-794-1426. Have an awesome day.